All right, I want to welcome everybody to the family tree. Put your hands together, family. Come on, come on. Hey, 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 hey. All right. Welcoming everybody to the family tree. Hopefully everybody's doing well. And you all are staying cool. Because if you're on the East Coast, you are definitely cooking right now. You are cooking. Cooking ain't the...
No, man.
Man, let me tell you, cooking ain't the word, is it, Big B?
Not right now, homie. Can't
All right,
take
let me
it,
start
brother.
Cooking
Oh, man.
can't describe the way it feels.
Oh,
Because I tell
Lord.
you, what's happening right now is the humidity that's really, and of course, this is the last day, they say. They say is the last day.
And I believe that, right?
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. I don't believe that.
I
Absolutely.
know.
So let's get started. I want to welcome everyone to the family tree. If this is the first time you're joining us, this is the place where we say we come together to talk about holistic health and all that is good and things that you do that are natural.
Mute
Make
yourself,
sure you're on
guys.
mute. Everybody on mute. Make sure you're on mute. You're on mute. Everybody should be on mute. And we talk about all that is healthy and all that is, doing natural. And with that, we say we gather around the tree. The ancient concept of the family tree is that the family tree is where we got around, right, Big
There you
B?
go. Yes, sir,
That's
buddy.
where everything we talked about, issues, problems, we network, we talked about progress, but also we used it as a prayer vehicle. That was the place we gathered to pray about things and situations. So it's not we say it slow. You got to say it slow. Social security.
There
That's
you go.
right.
Yes,
It's
sir.
not a check. It's your family. So with that, we gather around these ancient laurel trees. We're going to gather around tonight. You have a question, concern, anything on your heart and mind, we want to open it up to the family in the floor. Ask away. We say go down to your menu bar and you'll see the reaction bar right down there where the heart is located. Click that and you can actually put your hand up like Big B up there.
Yes, sir.
All right, and we'll get you in queue. If you're someone that may be calling by phone and you say, well, hey, you know what? I don't really want to go on visual, but maybe I just want to just drop something in the chat. Well, we got something for that too, right? We got Prophetess over there, aka Fingers.
In the house.
Let's give her a hand, y'all. Let's give her a hand. Prophetess, how you doing over there? You doing good?
I'm doing good. I'm managing in this heat. I have to tell you.
Yes, we all are managing in the heat. So if you have a question or concern, drop it in the chat box. Fingers over there. We'll put it in the chat box. But let me tell you, most of the time, make sure you're watching the chat box because we may have already talked about that subject and it's usually right in the chat box. You'll drop the answers, okay? If you're someone that's maybe calling by phone and you missed the prompt that actually tells you how to actually log in or leave your or raise your hand, just make sure we know that you're calling by phone and we'll try to get you in. Big B or myself, we'll try to grab you and put you on the spot and then we'll try to answer. We can't answer everything tonight. It may be because of time restrictions, but we'll say we'll do the best we can. If we don't have the answer, we'll find it for you. And Big B will try to get the information over to him. We'll get a transcript. And Big B, without further ado, might as well introduce him, y'all. That's Big B, Bill Morgan. Let's give him a hand, y'all. Come on in. Big B.
Yo, man.
All right. Big B. What's up, buddy?
Hey, man. You know how it is.
How you doing over there?
Every man want to look like that.
There's it. Get up, homie. I said, all right, buddy. I got you, man.
Yeah, right.
Hey, look, what's my mantra? You got the nerve to wake me up. I got the nerve to do what you want me to do.
Wow. There you go.
Yeah, buddy. Always.
So,
man.
Big B, lots going on, man. We always say, progress is happening with this flu. We're seeing the COVID, actually it's not the flu, but the COVID is actually happening. We have other things that are going on, strange viruses that are going on all over the world, but we're watching the Nimbus and the Stratus. Those are the two that we're watching out for right now. But give us our latest numbers on what's going on from the CDC, if you could.
Yeah, man. Excuse me, guys. From our what we call our severity indicator for our hospitalizations, guys. Well, let's start with our test positivity. That rate is climbing just a tad bit from last week at 5.1%. Our emergency department visits, guys, is up also 2.6%. And our severity indicator for hospitalizations of our rate of 100,000 population, it's just kind of hanging and kind of even there, Dr. B, at 0.8%. And our deaths are kind of evening out right now at 0.3%. So, you know what, at this point, but I'll say this to you, with limits and all this other stuff that's out there, we just got to be safe and careful. That's all.
Yeah, we have to stay safe and careful. This is the time when, of course, everyone's getting together.
Yeah, man.
Family reunions, get-togethers. It's warm outside. You're in closed spaces sometimes. So just be aware, jaws and paws. Keep your hands clean and clear, okay? And of course, when you're looking at just one real quick one for the temperature. When the temperatures are this high, we've talked about it before, but I just want to revisit that. If you feel nauseous, almost like you're about to pass out, you ever had that feeling, Big B? Feeling like you're getting nauseous or you get dizzy, dehydration. But here's a quick way of raising that really quick. If you take a cool cloth, put it on the back of the base of the skull, right there, that'll wake you right up. That'll help you from having a heat stroke. A lot of times that directly connects to that spinal cord right here in your back of the base of your spine. That'll wake you right up. That'll cool you right out really quick. And if
why is that so important, Dr. P? I mean,
because it's hard to cool down. Sometimes you're in spaces where you may be in a crowded area where people are. You may be going to a parade, or sometimes we have a lot of festivals are out there. Well, that heat index gets really high when you're on the asphalt, because a lot of the festivals are like that. Sometimes you're on the street levels. That asphalt is really high. It's interesting how Philadelphia started removing, just like other parts of the country, started removing trees off the street. Do y'all know about this? Do y'all know about the trees, the removal of trees? And why the trees are important, because it keeps that temperature cool, because the more trees you have, less heat on the street. And places like New Orleans, they were doing a study, show that it actually increased when they took the trees away, and increased in some places 10 degrees. Wow. And of course, when that's hot outside, that's really dangerous. So what does it mean? That means that if you get in a tight situation, you're at a festival, you're having a parade, or wherever you are, and you got a little bit didn't bring your water, forgot to have the water, or something happens, take that cool rag, put it right on the back of your base of your spine, right there, and that will cool you off. All right, we're gonna get started, Big B. And with this, we're going to open up the lines. We always talk about the first time. We start off with testimonies. Testimonies go a long way. And with testimonies, because somebody's either going in a storm, or coming out of a storm, some way that actually helps someone out. If you're listening for the very first time, this is the place where we give you the encouragement, because we know that this is the place where sometimes when the world gives up on you, we don't give up on you, because remember, we always say, if you're breathing, you got a shot.
You got it, buddy.
That's right. That's right. We don't give up on you. So with that being in mind, we open up the floor. Anyone have a testimony could go a long way, because that means maybe your pressure went down this week. Maybe you're doing something that you pulled away from this platform that you say, you know what, I applied this principle. Or even if you're an advocate of health to somebody else that you shared this with, and then they actually have shown some results. We want to hear about it, because somebody listening today, it can be an encouragement for them. So, Big B, the floor is officially open. Anyone have a testimony they want to share with the family? Something positive that you might have gone through. All right.
That's right. Don't be shy now. Come on now.
Don't be shy.
All right. Bring it on.
All right. Tell everybody who you are and where are you? I don't see you.
You don't see me?
And I don't see you. Where are you?
LP.
Tell everybody for those LP.
Yeah.
And make sure you say it, because people are listening by phone also.
All right.
Okay?
Now I'm in Germantown.
All right.
I don't know, my camera and all that's right. I see me.
Yeah, anyway, I see you now.
Okay, I see you now. I see you now, buddy. I see you.
All right, so listen, a couple of things. First thing, I want to shout out to Neetha, because I don't know about anybody else, but behind the scenes, I think she helps a lot of us, because she certainly helped me.
Yes.
And she told me some stuff about nitric oxide. She also helped me with some clarification about my cholesterol numbers, better ways to get better readings that may show things a little better. She's just been very helpful. Yes. And I just wanted to say that. I don't know if she's here, but I want to send her some love.
All right. Shout out to Neetha. Neetha, is she here?
Oh, yeah, Neetha's here.
She's here.
Oh, yeah,
What's
she's
up,
here.
Neetha?
I am
So,
here and I
sister.
I receive and thank you so much. I appreciate that.
All
all
right.
right, all right.
My, I serve God through serving man.
Oh,
There
you
you
do a
go.
wonderful job.
That's right. That's
Anytime,
right.
anytime.
All
And
right.
woman. And woman.
And
That's
woman.
right. That's
Okay.
right.
And woman.
So
That's
the
right.
next,
That's
the next,
right.
mm, the,
So
the
LP,
next,
what's going on, buddy?
yeah, the next thing is, so look, I got this company, somebody called Venera, Vanera. They make these pads. They make a series, all kinds of pads that you use in tandem with some. Y'all talked about castor oil.
Mm-hmm.
So I put castor oil and clove oil on one of these pads and stick it. Sometime I definitely might wear it all night, like on my hip or
Mm-hmm.
anything that hurts.
Mm-hmm.
And gradually, I'm noticing a really gradual change. Like the pain is really going away or the pain is changing. And I use that in tandem with those. I have a tuning fork that's 128 hertz.
Mm-hmm.
And when you hit it, at first I thought you just hit it once and ding
You
and
mean
put it there.
you mean 528 or 128?
128. That's the
Okay.
one that they want. 512 is for meditating, and
Mm-hmm.
128 I thought was for healing, but it works.
Mm-hmm.
When I do it and I kind of hit it repeatedly and hit a pulse and get a nice note, the combination of these two things, like
Mm-hmm.
more than once in a week, I'm getting a lot of relief, a lot more mobility.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like all altogether different. And
Mm-hmm.
anything that hurts, if there was a gout flare up, anything like that, if I
Mm-hmm.
just do this tuning fork thing and then follow that like a night with this pad and the clove oil and castor oil, I'm cool.
Mm-hmm. Let's give LP a hand. Let's give him a shout, y'all. Everybody come on mute.
Yes,
Come
sir.
on,
Yes,
give him a
sir.
hand. Give him a hand. Give him a
Thank you.
hand. Come on, come on, come
Good
Congratulations.
on,
job,
come
LP.
As
on.
Good
always,
job.
that's right.
Good
Young
job.
Good
man.
job. Good
Well
job.
done.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, LP, there's an interesting thing that you just mentioned. You mentioned that you said when you put the pads on, you said when you turn on the frequency, you're adding the things like the clove oil and all those anti-inflammatories. There's a commonality with that. What do you think the commonality was with that?
It's
What's the
about inflammation and clearing it out of a joint or whatever.
right? But they're all doing something.
He's
Something very
applying the
interesting.
principles.
Good answer, Gloria. But that's not what I was looking for.
But that's not it.
What is
Good.
it?
Well, there's a commonality here.
The common
That you
denominator.
There's a common denominator, right? Common denominator that's actually between all the things that you just mentioned. And it's important because we have to make the main thing the main thing. Got it? The
Yes.
main thing, the main thing. We bounce around saying, looking for that magic bullet. But
Right.
it's not a magic bullet. It's a principle. It's a universal principle, like Gloria just said. That's keeping things in effect.
Yes.
It's the form of cooling. It's cooling. It's cooling you down. It's bringing your vibration down. It's relaxation. We call that parasympathetic. That's the
Gotcha.
female principle. Got it?
Okay. Yes.
Female is relaxation. So in order for your body to heal from, especially if you're on fire, is to put that fire out. You got it? So you got to
Yes.
cool it out. You got to cool it out. So that's what the castor oil is doing. That's what all the pads when you put it on the body. But that's also what the 128 is doing. It's cooling you out. It's putting you in a state of healing so that your body can say, now I can do it, LP. I got you, dog. I can
Okay.
do this thing.
Right.
Because as long as you was stressing out and then everybody was on your last African American nerve, I could not do that healing for you. You got it?
Yeah.
It's a state of relaxation.
Wow.
That's the only state in which your body can be healed. And that the body goes into its natural healing. So keep in mind, all those things you just mentioned are putting you in a state of relaxation, brother. All right? So keep up the good work, my brother.
Oh,
Again,
thank you so much. Thank you.
Applause over there, man. Big B, we got to get a bell, man. We got to get the bell going.
Yeah, I'm trying to ring that bad boy. Yeah,
ring that bell, man. Ring that bell.
Yeah,
Good
buddy.
job. Good job, LP. All right. All right. Who else we got there? Anybody else have
Anybody else? Anybody else? Come on now. Talk to me. Talk to me. All right.
It's not a testimony, but kind of is. Every month, my chiropractor does. They do a dinner and a teaching session, and last week they did one that was a little bit scary because they follow EWG.org in trying to educate their patients. So he went to. There's a section in there where you can check the quality of the water in your area by putting in the zip code.
Yeah, it's frightening. Yeah.
And let me tell you, some of those things, the EPA has their own set of levels.
Well,
EWG levels in some situations were 100 times worse.
Or more.
Yeah. It was really, really bad. Yeah. And one of the guys at church Sunday, our praise team practices. I mean, we have a little meeting before we practice. And one of the boys is saying, "Oh, I'm gonna give me a motorcycle, blah, blah, blah." You know, the parents are like, that's dangerous, blah, 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 blah. And then one of the other guys said, "Well, the most dangerous thing I've ever done is drink tap water." And we're like, "Oh, dude, come on." No. You gotta be kidding. So we had to stop everything and teach the brother. No, we don't do that.
Yes.
You don't drink that stuff.
Yeah, that's right. So what you're speaking about is the website EWG.org.
Yes.
And we had the one situation. I don't know if y'all remember that family tree call we had when I forget the sister's name. She said that they had we were checking the numbers. Remember, we were checking the zip codes, and she said there was a region in Brooklyn, outside Brooklyn, New York, where there was a factory, and everybody started getting cancer, cervical cancer, specifically with the women. And we punched it in, and the numbers were like ridiculous. I mean, sometimes 600-700 times what is considered normal. So it's a lot going on with that. You know, you really have to be in mind that, you know, whenever you're dealing with your surroundings, you know, and we're going to talk about one tonight. Big B, if you allow me to, buddy, I'm going to play that video that you sent over to me. We talking about the PFAS. You know, I've talked a lot about PFAS for probably the last 2 years about, you know, when it first started off as PFAS forever chemicals. But tonight I'm going to give you a little documentary on how it all began so that you can say, I was on the family tree and I found out where this real forever chemicals are coming from. So we got a great documentary for you, okay? But thank you, Dr. Linda. That is a testimony. That's a testimony right there, Dr. Linda. That's a testimony. Let's give her a hand, y'all. Come on. Come on. Encouragement goes a long way. So I want y'all to always.
Congratulations, Linda.
Always. Thank you for the information.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for the information.
That's what the tree is for, information, guys.
That's
family,
right.
Looking out for family.
And see, the interaction that you're having with folks is what stimulates conversation. You have to be that sandpaper sometime, that rough brace of sandpaper for some people. You know what sandpaper does, right?
Yeah.
You know what that does.
Yeah. And guess what, Dr. Sometimes people will cuss you out when you tell them something. Then they go home and think to themselves, that's what they meant.
You know what? He showed that Big B was right. He get on my nerves.
No, I can't take him, but he was right.
Yeah, that's right. And it's all based on love. That's why if you know better, you know better, you're supposed to do better, right? All right. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Who else we have here? Big B, we have. Nitha?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Now, you know, my husband is improving some.
Good. Okay, good.
I used to say, I don't know what it is, but I said, I need to stop saying it because I do know what it is. It's God, and it's the supplements and drinks I'm giving him.
There you go. That is. There it is.
I do know. So his skin, it was horrible. Especially in his feet and legs. Now I'm gonna tell you, his feet and legs, they were so swollen, and then they started to, because I started him on the dandelion, And so and now he's bed bound, so he's in bed, so the legs are up, but the swelling has come down. So
Right.
just like when you swollen, and then when you start to shrink down, all that wrinkleness.
Yes, yes.
So then he's been on antibiotics, and every time he go on antibiotics, his skin peels, especially in the T section, and it discolors. I said, okay, every time I go, I give him the supplements. He keeps saying, boy, I said, just swallow this pill.
Just swallow this pill.
Swallow it.
Don't give me no nonsense there.
That Nita gets on my last nerve.
And I put together castor oil, the clove oil. I decided at first I was just doing that. Then I decided, okay, I'm going to add a few drops of sea buckthorn. I bought biotin oil, and I add vitamin E.
Excellent.
When they video call him, I'm there and I video call a family member or friend, and they said, wow, he really looks good. His skin is beautiful. There's no discoloration.
Okay, now y'all.
No discoloration. Yes, give her a hand. Give her a hand. Yes.
Hey, that's nice, Nita.
The skin, I'm telling you, I said, this is really working. My concoction I put together, and I put it on his feet. He has wounds on both legs.
Yeah, go upstairs.
So I'm just telling you, I added the biotin oil, did some research on that. And I added some vitamin E oil. And of course, sea buckthorn.
All right, guys,
make sure you mute yourself. Anybody's on mute. Everybody should be on mute. Okay, make sure you're on mute. Everybody should be on mute, please. Thank you.
Try that on your skin. I don't put anything on my skin, just sea buckthorn. But with him, because his skin is dry, because he is dehydrated. I can't get him to drink. Well, I get him to drink when I'm there in the crystal geyser water, but I don't have any control when I'm not there.
Yes.
I say, God, you just have to watch over him, because when I'm here, I get him to drink.
Yep.
I can't get those nurses to understand. You can't just walk in and have a 20-ounce styrofoam cup and sit it there and just
I know. And
dealing with seniors that have dementia problems. So you can't expect them just to pick up the cup and drink. So when you coming in and deliver it, have them take a few sips. Put that in your care plan. Make them drink. But that is really helping with the skin.
Yeah, and it takes time. Consistency is the key. That's really what it is. It's consistency. And usually when you're dealing with skins, keeping it moist, it is a lot. There's a lot coming against our bodies right now because of the electromagnetic field, not only just the food, but the electromagnetic fields also. The dry air, the pollution. They said when you're living in the city, already by you living in the city, you actually are knocking 10 years off your life. I don't know if y'all heard that study.
True. That's right.
But yeah, that means a lot because of the trains, the electrical lines, the airports. All of these things are pollutants that we assume every day. And it's just like a matter of just normal, regular day life. But as a while, it picks up. So we need to do something consistent. So the key is stay consistent. So thank you, Nita. We really appreciate you. We appreciate you and everything that you're doing, because definitely that keeps us all on point. All right. All right. Somebody's on. Who is that? Who is that?
You're getting
all right. Hey guys, make sure you're on mute. Put yourself on mute. Put yourself on mute. Put yourself on mute. Everybody on mute. I don't want to.
Yeah, ain't trying to be in your business now. Come on.
No. All right. All right. Let's go. Big B. Who else we have here? Anybody before we get to the question and answers? All right.
Anybody else? Talk to me now. Anybody else have a testimony? Okay.
All right. Anybody else? Anybody else? Okay, we can move forward. I want to start this. Big B, let me just go into this. I want to go into this if we could, because I think it's that important. We talked about, and I'll cue this up, because you dropped on me today a very powerful piece that, sort of backs up what we've been talking about, which is PFAS. Y'all remember PFAS, right? You know, we keep hammering this home because you got to realize that they're recognizing that this happened a long time ago, and they knew about it, that it would be a bonding agent that eventually could not be broken. And that means that it doesn't tear down. But they started putting it in everything. So I want to play a little bit of the video, Big B. I think you gave me the video.
Yeah.
I'm going to play a little bit of it. And for the family, I want to everybody just sit back and just look at it. I don't know if we can get through the whole thing, but I'm going to try to do my best to get through the whole thing. Okay. So let me make sure we play through here. And let me go on here. So everybody's good. Everybody's good. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. You don't want to miss this one. You don't want to miss this one. All right. You're only going to get this on the family tree, Big B.
I know that's right. That's right. Dr. P beats me up, guys, and makes me stay on it. So I get everything done.
That's right. All right. We're going to get this started. So just put yourself on mute, sit back, take notes. I want you to take notes. We're going to come and unpack this after it's done. Okay.
I here and ate beef 3, 4, 5 days a week for, as far as I'm concerned, over a decade of contaminated beef. How much is in my system? How much is in my kids' system? Is it going to kill them in the, you know, before they get a life? It's hard to say.
There's something poisoning America's farms. A chemical that was built in a lab decades ago by companies who knew in private that it was highly toxic. Now that chemical is showing up almost everywhere.
It is a Pandora's box. It's going to blow up, and people are going to find out it's in it and everything, and it's in everyone, and there's nothing to clean it up, and there's nothing to save you from it.
Toxic PFAS, also known as
forever chemicals.
PFAS are in so many consumer products. Non-stick pans,
dental floss, computer chips,
shampoos, and conditioners.
Whether it's gone down the river and contaminated fresh drinking water for people, or if it's on farmland and you're eating it, it's out there.
We have a mass poisoning of our population.
Forever chemicals are linked to a number of serious health issues.
How can a company knowingly have contaminated the groundwater?
So, how did we get here? How did our farms become toxic waste sites? How did the Teflon in your nonstick pan become a full-blown public health crisis? And why has it taken so long for the government to take action?
They knew about the problem for decades.
And now they've got a chemical that can't be destroyed, it can't be cleaned up. If we don't get some real response real soon, we're all going to be in a real hell of a shit show mess.
Can you talk about how you guys name the cattle?
It's just it's a family thing. My kids name them, my wife names them, and it's just better than numbers.
Jason Grostick is a third-generation cattle farmer from Brighton, Michigan.
We started back in the early 1900s. Back then it was a dairy farm. My dad took over things in the 70s. We lost him to a farming accident in 95. And then in 97, we decided to get out of the dairy and get into beef. There you go, have fun. That business was booming. We were growing steadily every year. We had plans of our kids taking over and doing it. 3 generations, could have been 4. But as we look at it now with PFAS shutting us down in 2022, there's no growth here. There's no more family farming.
A few years ago, Jason got a call that he wasn't expecting from the Michigan Department of Agriculture and Rural Development.
January 27th of 2022, got on a Zoom meeting with 4 people I'd never seen in my life. The head of MDARD, he starts apologizing, all sympathetic and this, that, and the other thing. And I finally said, what the hell are you talking about? You don't know? And I says, no, what? He says, well, we're serving you a seizure notice today. You're shut down. Nothing leaves the farm.
Without warning, the state of Michigan had shut down Jason's farm, declaring it contaminated and unusable. They cited high levels of so-called PFAS on the land.
This is the bucket of tags of all the animals we lost. Either they died because of it, or we dispatched them to save them their own pain and misery. It's been tough on my wife and kids. I was just a miserable bastard for 2 years, and they got the brunt of that shit show. I mean, they took away my livelihood. They basically bankrupted me. They told me I'd be back in business in no time. Here I am, 3 years and a few months into it, and I don't have rights to the farm. The government took all that away from me over something I didn't do. I didn't dump the chemical here.
Jason's farm was poisoned by PFAS chemicals that were buried within a type of fertilizer called biosolids. Every time you flush your toilet or do a load of laundry, that water goes to a wastewater treatment plant. And biosolids are the leftover byproduct of that process. For decades, the EPA has encouraged the use of biosolids as a cheap fertilizer.
I'm not the only one that took biosolids. The EPA said it's clean. The state of Michigan said it was clean. And I'm on a small scale. Some of these farms are creating tens of thousands of gallons of milk a day. How many homeowners is that hitting?
It's estimated that as many as 20 million acres of farmland across the country could be contaminated with forever chemicals.
There's PFAS in West Virginia, New Mexico, Arizona, Wisconsin. I mean, it's showing its face everywhere.
So how did this happen? How did forever chemicals end up in our waste? And who put the poison there in the first place?
Something wrong with this cow. And they keep trying to tell me there's nothing wrong with these things. I can call the West Virginia State Veterinarian, Doc Thomas, and the only thing he asked me is, do you have a good attorney?
You know, and when Mr. Tennant first reached out to me and was concerned about his cattle, we thought, this is going to be a fairly straightforward, quick, easy case. We had no idea that we would be dealing with PFAS or any of these completely unregulated man-made chemicals.
Rob Bilott started out as a corporate lawyer who specialized in defending large chemical companies from environmental lawsuits. But in 1998, he was approached by a farmer from Parkersburg, West Virginia, a man named Wilbur Tennant.
And this is what they expect a man's cows to drink on his own property.
Wilbur's cows had been acting deranged and dying off at an alarming rate.
There was a serious problem occurring on that property. There was something coming out of this landfill next to his property.
That landfill belonged to the largest employer in town, the chemical giant DuPont.
It took some battling in court to finally get DuPont ordered to start turning over their internal files. What I began to see there really kind of changed my entire perception of what I thought I knew about environmental law in the United States.
Those documents, 110,000 pages in total, contain private letters, health reports, and scientific studies. And Rob kept finding mention of one chemical in particular.
PFOA, perfluorooctanoic acid. We were dealing with a chemical that had been invented by the 3M company right around really the time of World War II. It was DuPont that was around the same time had invented its own new chemical called Teflon.
Food doesn't stick to Teflon like it does to other things.
Teflon was famous for its non-stick, waterproof properties. But to make Teflon at scale, DuPont needed the chemical that 3M was producing. So they started buying it in huge quantities, shipping it to what would become the largest Teflon plant in the world, right outside of Parkersburg.
They were concerned, though, by this unique chemical structure of PFOA, this 8 carbons attached to fluorine. The DuPont scientists realized that was a very strong chemical bond, something that probably wouldn't be able to be broken apart. The concern became at that point, well, what would happen to living things that might get exposed to this?
So by the early 60s, DuPont started running its own experiments on rats, rabbits, and eventually their own workers. And they kept finding a concerning pattern.
There was a wealth of information within both 3M and DuPont that this particular chemical was toxic, persistent, cancer-causing. Yet all of this information was essentially kept internal to the companies. And this information had been covered up. The public hadn't been told, the regulators hadn't been told, the scientific community hadn't been told.
Armed with all of this evidence, Rob was able to settle Wilbur Tennant's case in 2001. But by that point, he had already opened Pandora's box.
What we had seen in the internal DuPont documents was that the same chemical was also getting into the public drinking water of the entire surrounding community. about 70,000 people in that area. So we had filed a new lawsuit against DuPont, this time a class action on behalf of the entire community.
That lawsuit eventually yielded a settlement of $70 million. But DuPont still refused to acknowledge that their chemicals could have played any role in causing widespread health issues in Parkersburg. So the settlement was used to do something unique. The money went towards developing a massive health study conducted by an independent panel of scientists.
We got 69,000 people out of the 70,000 in that community who came forward and participated. Probably some of the biggest human health studies ever done on any chemical. And by 2013, they had confirmed that drinking PFOA in the water was linked with 6 different diseases: kidney cancer, testicular cancer, ulcerative colitis, thyroid disease, preeclampsia, and high cholesterol.
Today, there are dozens of companies that produce these chemicals, with more than 10,000 varieties of PFAS on the market. They can be found in the tap water of nearly half the country, in sewage sludge that's spread across our farms, and in the blood of more than 99% of Americans.
It's enough to make anybody want to throw their hands in the air and just walk away from it. You can't because it has real life, tangible health consequences.
Cindy Boyle lives with her husband on the outskirts of Marinette, Wisconsin. For years, without knowing it, they were drinking water that had been poisoned.
Tyco Johnson Controls, they manufacture AFFF firefighting foam, not very far from our home, and they open ground tested this firefighting foam for decades. Looking back at that, we just had a small family of 4, and my mom had kidney cancer as a young woman. My sister has thyroid disease. I have a full thyroidectomy. My dad had a brain tumor. He's got, prostate cancer, all kinds of health issues.
When she tested her blood, Cindy found that her PFAS levels were 5 times higher than the national average.
It really lit a fire under me that we unknowingly fed this to our children in their bottles. One night I was sitting in a parking lot on the phone with my sister. Sorry, it was very late, and I was venting to her, saying, "What do I do?" And she just called it like it was, and she said, "You're either going to fight this yourself with whoever will help, or you're going to leave this for your kids to deal with." And it sounds so trite, but that was the truth. And I hung up, and that's been the path ever since. We've met with all kinds of different people on this, and my plea has been, please legislate this. Because once you legislate it, now you must test for it. In many cases, when you test, you find. When you find, you must report. When you report to people that they've been drinking poison, a lot of them react the same way we are. They don't like it.
In states across the country, activists like Cindy have successfully fought to hold corporations accountable and to protect their communities from forever chemicals. But that progress is only a patchwork. Many states have no guardrails at all, and even the states with stronger protections are still leaving people behind.
With biosolids being applied to the soil the way they were, how am I the only one in the state of Michigan that's not allowed to farm? I don't know if there's a governor or a president that technically cares about the public, and they sure as hell don't care about one farmer in the state of Michigan.
It raises an important question.
Why have we not made more progress than one would expect?
I think there are a lot of factors as to why so little progress has been made on this issue. One of them is that industry in this country is extremely powerful.
Kyla Bennett worked at the EPA for 10 years. Now she's helping farmers in Texas who are suing the EPA for failing to protect them from PFAS.
EPA was told by PFAS manufacturers in 1998 that there were probably dangers associated with these chemicals. And here we are decades later, and very little progress has been made on keeping people safe from these chemicals.
In the last 2 decades, hundreds of new PFAS compounds have been allowed to flood the market, and contamination from those chemicals has only continued to grow. Meanwhile, industry groups have spent tens of millions of dollars lobbying to block any PFAS legislation from making its way through Congress.
Industry lobbyists shape our laws. They have infiltrated Congress and our federal agencies like EPA.
But even with the outsized power of those corporate interests, progress was still possible.
Enough is enough. It's time that we prioritize the American people's health over profits of big polluters.
In April of 2024, Biden's EPA established the first ever federal limit on forever chemicals in drinking water. It was estimated that the new limits would reduce exposure for 100 million people nationwide.
And then, of course, there's the ever-changing political landscape, and that is more like this.
Under Trump, everything is up in the air.
The administrator, Lee Zeldin, when he was a representative, he seemed very concerned about PFAS.
When I was in the House, I was a member of the PFAS task force.
And in May, Lee Zeldin even released a PFAS action plan.
And if you read it quickly, it sounds like they want to take action, but
all right, that was it. That was just a briefing. Did
Yes,
y'all
sir.
get
Yes,
that?
sir.
Did y'all get that? You know, it goes on. And Big B,
Yeah,
let's
man.
give Big B a hand for being the ambassador on the floor for bringing that to the family today.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, amen. Thank you.
That was very good.
Thank you,
Thank
Big.
you,
Good.
Big.
Thank you,
Yes.
Big B.
Thank you.
Doing my best,
Thank
guys.
you.
Good stuff, babe.
And you know, Big B, you know how long is that original documentary? Do you know how long that is?
I don't remember the exact time, Dr. P.
But that was about 15-minute spread right there.
Mhm.
But y'all got it. You got it, right? You know, now the importance of what we've been saying for a long time, and it's going unnoticed. It's in everything. Did you see some of the stuff that they were rolling off? That it was good. Did anybody take any notes? Things like dental floss.
Yeah. that
Wow.
was
Yeah,
crazy.
didn't know
Yeah.
about that. You know, these are called biosolids. And these biosolids are in pretty much everything. And they did this molecular bonding back in the early 1900s. That was the DuPont or the companies that did this. It wasn't DuPont. They had Teflon. Same time they had Teflon. But these are all still these chemicals are binding and they don't break through. So that means they don't tear down. So what is that happening? You saw what happened to the cows. You know, it's the same that he had to destroy pretty much. They had to shut his whole farm down. But the animals had to be destroyed because of the fact that, you know, all this stuff that was happening, nobody knew what was going on, you know. And with that, he finally found out it was the PFAS. They had to know. I mean, literally, they showed up on his farm to let him know, you know, we're shutting you down. He didn't even know what was going on. He never heard of it because they put a lot of this in the fertilizer. So immediately it's a problem. So feedback. I want your feedback on these things. Are you understanding this concept of what's happening? I want the feedback from the family. Anybody have questions, concerns about this?
So, Dr. Paul, is that a regular part of a blood test? Do
Yep,
they test our blood for that?
Well, they're finding it in 99% of everyone's blood. They're finding it. That's what they're doing. That's how much we're being exposed to it. That they're finding it in 99%. Did y'all hear that? 99% of us are finding this in our systems because we're exposed to this stuff. You know, it's a synthetic. They made it usually in the early, like the 40s, you know, first with the non-stick cookware. They also used it for waterproof fabrics. You know, you had raincoats and all that other stuff. Yeah, all that stuff. Yep.
Well, is that
Yep, go ahead.
is that why they say, you know, well, we all got a little, everybody got a little cancer in their body. You hear them say that sometimes. Yeah.
I
And
don't
it
think they
just
would.
haven't
I don't think they was playing for this one.
No,
I believe.
I-
See, remember what cancer is: the body tearing down. It's when the rate of the cell loses 60% of its oxygen. Now it's only functioning on 40%. The body says, "All right, it's time for you to go." That's it. That's as simple as you can make it. And I don't think when they were talking about this, they never knew. Well, they did know about the bonding elements of it. The scientists did. The long-term effects was reckless and irresponsible. How about that? That's more of a proper way of looking at it, because you never thought about the fact that by the time this thing got famous, everybody was going to use it. And
Yes,
guess
yes,
what?
yes.
Linked to kidney disease, testicular disease, liver issues, possible breast cancer in human in all human studies. Antibody, they used it for things like they were finding thyroid issues, reproductive hormone issues, adrenal
Well, they
function.
said it was in the water too, right? A lot
It's
of
everywhere.
in the
It's
water.
everywhere.
It's everywhere, though.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
That's the whole point. It's everywhere. So with all,
You can't miss it. You can't
you
miss
can't
it.
miss it. You can't miss it. It's everywhere.
Dr. Paul.
Mhm.
Hold on a
What
second,
about dental
Marcia.
floss?
What was that, Calvin?
What about dental floss? What's a good brand to use?
Well, it would have to be a natural dental floss.
Yes.
That's not one that's on the shelf. There's a lot of natural dental floss that you can go online and get. So the key is you try to use things not utilizing the plastics. Remember I gave y'all, I guess about a couple of weeks ago, a perfect example of when people are every day going to where? They're going to their favorite, get their coffee at the Starbucks, right? They're using a plastic cup or some kind of plastic straw or a plastic lid. They're using the water. Usually it's probably Schuylkill Puncher here if you live in Philly.
Yeah, okay. For real now.
But all of these things, it's a binding element that they can't get rid of it. That's why they're calling it forever chemicals. And let's see, what are some of the other things about biosolids are, let's see. Let me see here. These are the things that are causing the problem. The dangers are a lot of them contain E. coli. This binds to things like salmonella, hepatitis virus, parasites, all of that stuff, heavy metals. So a lot of these same chemicals are also binding to other things like the poisons and the toxins, the bacteria, the virus, and the fungus. So you see how one problem causes another. So Big B, what was the name of the actual program that what we were just watching? Is there a way that we can go
Yeah,
on?
it's
Can you
it's
look
called
at that?
it's
Mhm.
called How Corporations Are Secretly Poisoning Our Food Supply.
Okay, that's a long title. What is it
Yeah,
called?
it is,
How?
but it's also on YouTube, Dr. Paul. I just put that link in.
Okay, so put the link. You got the link on there, right?
Yeah,
It's
I put the
already on
link.
the chat box. Yes.
Okay, for those
It's there.
what can those that are listening by phone write down? What's the key word?
It's 18 minutes and 20 seconds long. Okay,
18
minutes and 20 seconds long. It's
20
interesting
seconds.
on YouTube. It doesn't have a name. That's interesting. It doesn't have a name.
It does.
It doesn't.
Well, I looked
yeah,
it up. When
it's there. I see it.
That's what it's called. How
It's How
corporations are
Corporations
secretly poisoning
our food
supply.
supply. Yep, that's what it's called.
Yeah. So y'all got to look at that at your leisure. I want you to sit down. So that means that if you're utilizing things, try to go for the glass or the copper or the steel lining of things that are, or the cast iron when it comes to cooking, things like that. Use those different ones. No Teflon, right? And another one that's dangerous is the air fryers. The air fryers, some of them have Teflon on the inside. So
Yeah,
you
they
got to leave
do.
those alone. No Teflon coated, the black ones. The black ones that are the
Yes.
yeah, those are the ones you don't want. You want the steel ones. The steel
Yeah.
ones, and preferably one that's shaped like an oven. Got it? Not the pull drawer ones. You know how they wanted, because the pull drawer ones are like for fries and all that other stuff and chicken wings.
Right.
Those are the
That's the
ninja
quick.
ones.
Huh?
I have that one.
Yeah.
That's like the ninja, the one that looks like an oven. That's the one I have.
Right, because they banned certain ones. They did ban in California. They did ban those Teflon ones. So keep that in mind. All right, family. So just be alert. This always brings back to our attention the very thing that we stand on here on the family tree, is to cleanse every change of seasons.
Season, yes,
To get
so
those
true.
things that bind to things like these plastics and pulls this stuff out of you. So remember, we talk about, cleanse every change of seasons, things like colon cleanse, parasite cleanse. Remember, glutathione, not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent disease, just food for the soul. Things like glutathione, got it? Glutathione, alpha lipoic acid. Okay. Any of the sea vegetables. Got it?
Are these
Sea
the blood
vegetables.
cleansers?
These are chelation. These will pull and bind to things and things that don't belong in the system and dragnet them out of the system. That's what their goal is. It's chelation. It's the natural chelation.
So, Dr. Paul, for the dental floors, I found the biodegradable bamboo.
There you go. Bamboo. Bamboo.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
the bamboo.
Yep.
Absolutely
That's
correct,
right.
Flo.
That's correct. That's right. Anything that's natural, there's always a natural alternative to most products. You'll see a lot of them, and if you didn't think about it, just go online and Google it. It's simple as that. You'll be surprised. You'll be like, wait a minute, do they have a natural version of a mouthwash? Yep, we got that.
Whatever you can think of, family, it's all there.
Whatever you think of. Somebody had already thought about it before you did. So utilize that.
So why are they creating all these PVC pipes underground now? So, all this new federal funding has been to replace the old pipes with plastic pipes.
Yep, cost effectiveness. It's all basically doing stuff the cheap way. It used to be that America was really stood on great quality.
Quality, yes.
Remember when you had something from another country, they used to make fun of you. If you had something from it, they say, "Where you get that from? Look at it, where that come from?" If somewhere out of the country, you almost kind of, we joked about it. But now we've lost our ability for production. We're no longer industrial revolution. We're past that stage. All those factories that had those big, you remember those factories here in Philadelphia? Y'all remember them factories?
Oh,
Y'all remember the ones that were making, they were right on Delaware Avenue and all around, parts of Frankfurt down there.
Days
All
are
those
gone, buddy.
factories. Gone.
Yeah.
My grandmother used to work at Whitman's factory. Whitman's when they made ribs. Remember, she worked there for years. My grandfather worked at the Frankfurt Arsenal. They were making military. And my uncle worked at Plum. You remember Plum? There was a Plum that used to make the hammers and stuff. These are guys that were like, the real strong industrialization of the country is gone. And with that means they're going to cut corners. They're going to cut corners and put plastic in the soil, not thinking that thinking about the long-term effects of that, which is going to be things like poison in the soil, because you're putting poisons in. These things are made of these biosolids, so keep that in mind. All right. All right.
Before we move on, I'm sorry, Dr. Paul, before we move on, what were the other herbs that bind and pull? I have kelp, sea buckthorn.
Yep.
What else did you say?
Well, I was saying, no, I was using glutathione. Glutathione, GLUTATHIONE. Alpha lipoic acid. Got it? Also, any of the sea moss. That's why sea moss is so good. The chlorella. The chlorella is good.
Spell that, please.
CHLORELLA. Usually chlorella is with what's called broken cell wall. If you get it, it's called broken cell wall. Okay, so these are not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent disease. That's food for the soul, right? All right, let's see. Activated charcoal. Bentonite. The bentonite clays. Yeah, absolutely. Any of the colon cleanses. Let's make sure the colon cleanses made the commitment to be organic. Let me give y'all some these are some like crazy stats here. The general population, these are the latest stats. General population PFAS in the blood is nearly 100%.
Have mercy, Jesus.
It was 90 probably back then, which is about 6 months ago when that was probably made. But this right here, it's actually about 100% of U.S. citizens. Drinking water exposed to about 165 million people. That's the half of the U.S. population. Water systems affected. PFAS in 2,700 public and private water locations. That's crazy. And then, of
Clara,
course,
can you
the
mute? Can you
biosolids.
mute your? Clara, can you mute, please? I hear your fan running. Just mute, please. That's all right. No problem. No problem. All right, you're good. Thank you.
We got a lot of folks coming on in. Come on in, y'all. Come on in. Come on in. We're just having good conversation about PFAS today. And the last one was,
man.
Yep, CMOS Man. If you want to reach out to CMOS Man,
He's online.
He's online here tonight.
Okay. All right. What's up, CMOS Man?
How you doing, buddy? Holla, holla, holla.
Derek, what's up, Derek?
He's right there. He's right up there. Matter of fact, he's right next to
Okay.
me. There he is.
How are you?
Doing well, man.
Well, that's Derek. Well, wait a minute. Where's the other Derek? Wait a minute.
Which Derek you talking about?
I'm talking about CMOS Man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, CMOS Man. Is he up there? Is CMOS Man in there? No, I don't think he's in there.
No, that's the other Derek.
Yeah, that's the other Derek. That's the other Derek. All right. So just wanted to drop that on you. That was by Big B, of course. Again, thank you, Big B. This is exactly what we needed. It's an interpretation and look in what's happening when they're talking about now the highest rate of young folks having colon rectal cancer. This is one of the reasons that I think is going on here is because they're really eating foods that they're not foods, then they're tearing up the gut, and this is what nobody's talking about it. How can you have these shows talking about what's causing the problem? Oh, well, we have no idea. We don't know. And then your levels of PFAS are like this, out of control. How can they not be connected when it's affecting every part of your body and your food and your air and all your water and all this stuff is going on? You can't get away from it. So keep that in mind. Get your cleanse. Make sure you're doing something every change of seasons. Okay. All right, family.
Okay.
All right. Who do we have here? And let's see. We have any more questions?
CMOS Man said he's here.
Okay, CMOS Man, you there? Come on, bro. You in?
What's up? There he is. Hey, man, don't you be driving in
man?
No, I'm not driving. I'm sitting still. I knew y'all. I told my friend that if you driving, they ain't gonna talk to you. They tell you to get off the phone.
That's right. Yeah. Hey, you know me, right? Get off my phone.
Get off the phone.
Yeah, I'm parked. I'm chilling. What's going on?
Hey, man, we wanted to reach out to you. We want to support you. I was telling them about one of the very things that are our topic today is PFAS, the polyfluoroalkyl substances, which is actually the particulates and microplastics that are being found in our water and our food, and they're now finding it, of course, in the bloodstream in 100% of the population. So with that, I was explaining to them the very things that can actually chelate, and you do a cleanse every change of seasons to get it moving. You need something to bind to the stuff to pull it out of you, and CMOS is one of the number one things that can be used for that. So tell everybody how they can hook up with you, man. And what kind of CMOS you got running with you now?
Well, I got the Ukema Cottony, the gold. I don't got the purple no more. I got the Cottony. But my website I put the website on there. They can I put it in the comments. They go on there and if they not in the city or the surrounding area, they can do the shipping. If not, they can do the local delivery. But I also
that bathroom won't work, hon.
I still got the
that bathroom. The one.
Okay, I see it in the chat. I see it in the chat, Dean.
I still got the
Nitha, can you mute Nitha?
I got her. Yeah.
I still got the duck flower. Some people calling for duck flower from the show. They didn't never order. They asked about it, but they said they wanted to get it, but they didn't order.
Yeah. So here we go. A lot of people that are actually on phone also. So can you give out your number for them so that they can contact you? If you can give that number out.
Oh well,
you have any number for them, or you rather them go to the website?
They can go to the website because most people call me. They call me, then they talk to me, and they don't order.
See how y'all do, my brother. Come on, y'all.
Yeah, they call.
Y'all be,
I was with Dr.
old folks used to say down south used to call that. You know what they used to call that? They used to call that. They call that picking.
Yeah. Well, I know that's right.
They ask me all the questions and they don't even order. I want to order this. Okay.
They just picking you, man. They just picking you for information, man. Come on, y'all. Don't do them like that. If you're gonna,
can't do that, family.
You remember, every time you pick people for information, that's the time they could be spending time for somebody that really needs the product, you know, and that's the time that's really, he can't get that time back. That's the same thing I do all the time. It's like, you know, I can't get this time back, you know, when you're doing all this. So write things down. If you intend to purchase, then you make the call. Make sure you support our brother. All right.
Yeah, the website is it's in the comments, cmossforlife.com. They can go on there and browse. You know, they got different stuff on there, from the herbal sea moss, the regular sea moss, flavored sea moss, duck flower, some herbs on there. I got some damiano on there, some eucalyptus on there, mullein leaf.
I want to grab the duck flower again, bro. I want to do the duck flower cleanse again. So we got to hook up next week, okay? Are you still in the area right now? You still
I'm
there?
around. I'm still around. I get with you before the week out.
Okay, sounds good, brother.
Yeah, but hey, listen, I got my folks. Watching. They need to know something about how to get rid of fibroids, to shrink them, or whatever.
Well, the very things you talking about is it. They need to come see you to get it, and that's the things like the sea moss. But the thing about fibroid sister tumors has a lot to do with circadian rhythm. They're eating out of cycle. Constipation is one of the biggest factors. So we start to get the rhythm back together again. That means stay off of certain types of food. They got to stop eating after 7 o'clock, stop eating starchy foods, you know, a lot of meats in the morning, things like that. So all of that is a contributing factor for why people get constipated, can no longer, you know, get rid of the waste, so it backs up into the system. And then it starts the areas of 1 inch from the navel, top of the uterus, right where you start to see a lot of fibroid system tumors. So you got to start the detox, cleanse every every season, but also get your water right. So they would need to do an assessment. Tell them, come on in and get an assessment. Give them a number, okay?
Okay.
All right. What happened to your hand, man? What happened to your hand?
Oh man, I had
what's that?
He said what?
Man, like you hit somebody, man. They must ain't believe.
I told him to stop playing with my money. I gave him 5 pounds of sea moss. He ain't come with the money right.
I'm not going to touch that. I'm going to leave that alone. You better get on my phone, see.
You ever see that? You ever, BB, you ever said whenever they had their hand up like that, they said, you see me, you should see the other guy.
Yeah, tell them the website is in the is in the comments. Yeah, and you said for her to change her eating cycle, and she just needed like the basic stuff to do.
First thing you ask them, are you constipated? That's usually the first sign. Yep, and then that means that, you know, if you eat, you must eliminate. 3 times a day, you should be eliminating 3 times. If you're not, then that's causing a problem right there. Usually that's the first thing. Circadian rhythm is what we're looking at. Go to my website. Tell them to go to my website. Book a session, number 1. But they can also go to my website to get what's called the circadian rhythm chart that shows you the 3 cycles of cleansing. You remember? Y'all? Remember? I shouldn't have to quiz the family.
It's in the chat.
It's in the chat. It's all in the chat, family.
All right, Prophetess. All right. She didn't got me.
What's the website?
It's drpaulherbs.com. That's drpaulherbs with an S.com. Yep.
And they look for what?
And they're on there. And it's on the download. So when you download the articles, you're going to see the article in there. It's called Circadian Rhythm. All right. Now, there's a larger piece that you can download on the front called Mastering a Healthy Lifestyle. That's my guidebook that allows you to see everything. So that gives you a little bit more of the toxic foods to stay away from. You know, it's all about eating, y'all. It's about the foods. Yeah, they're learning how to poop.
Spell circadian.
Yeah, circadian. CIRCADIAN. That's what it's called. Right. IN. Right. If you go to the download section of my website, you'll see the little bars across the top, or maybe in the top right-hand corner if you're on your phone. Click that and you download. It says downloads and articles. That's a quick way of getting it. Okay. All right, man. Take care of that now, man. You need
All right,
anything,
let
you
me get
got to
off.
earn for
I'm about
that
to start
too, man.
driving now.
All right. Safe
All right.
driving, man.
All right.
All right.
All right. Thank
Dr.
you.
Paul,
Thank you. Appreciate you.
I did put the link in. Well, actually, I put the article on Mastering Our Health and Lives is also in the chat. So
Okay.
so you
And
click
I just
bring
wanted
it
to
up.
repeat his website. That's cmossforlife.com. All right.
Right.
cmossforlife.com.
And you know what? Let me just say this, Dr. Paul. He got on point. We do a lot of
number
things.
4.
Number
CMOS 4. Number 4. Yeah.
The number 4.
Mhm.
The word says pay a man his hire. That's his job. Pay a man his hire. Okay? That's what the word says. For those who say you believe, understand, and do what's right. All right. I'll shut my mouth.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can I just add some clarification back? I know when Flo was asking, is that in the blood test for PFAS? It is not part of your routine blood test. It's not part of your lipids. It's not part of your chemistry.
Yeah.
You have to ask the doctor for that. 9 times out of 10, he's not going to know.
Yeah.
But
No.
you have to ask for that because you have to have a diagnosis code. IC. I'm gonna tell you this, and I'll put it in the chat. It's an ICD code for that, and the code is Z13, which that code stands for encounter for disease for other disorder. Because everything gets billed, and you have to have an ICD code. So, but don't expect you go get blood work. Well, I don't see the PFAS. No, you're not. You're just going to see your basic blood work. All those different things you have to ask to be done.
Not that Z as in zebra.
Z as in zebra.
Z13.
Now, I want to add, and thank you, Neetha. Appreciate that. There are ways that you can test your own PFAS. Okay. Also, that's where this big, now release of information now is spawning a lot of test groups that are coming up with their own individual home testing. So yes, you can do a PFAS test for your water. Okay. So they have them for your water, and they also have them for your blood tests, where you basically just take a little blood and you send it away, and then that will actually tell you what's going on. Now, I want to let me see if I can grab one here. I want to show you one here. Can y'all see this? Let me see if I can do this right here, Big B. I want to see if I can grab this right here. Here's one right here. They're going to run about almost $270, $300. The ones I've seen, this one tests for about 16 different chemicals. So let me show you which one this one is here. And let me know when you can see it, okay?
There you go. It's there.
Got it.
Empower DX.
Yeah, that's just one of many. Exposure to these forever chemicals, a legacy compound, could be causing you harm. Per and polyfluoroalkyl substances, PFAS, are found in everyday products, food, water, soil, and air. You got it? Remember, a lot of people don't realize you can get it in air also, because when it breaks down, it releases into the atmosphere. Unable to break down in our bodies, the chemicals have been associated with cancer, immune suppression, elevated cholesterol, changes in the liver enzymes, decreased vaccine response in children, high blood pressure during pregnancy. Get secure online results in 16 level compounds and a physician review test guide within 15 to 30 days. So it takes a little while to get, but it definitely is one of many that are out there. I just wanted to grab one because I'm getting a lot of hot feedback on this right here. And Big V, your timing was actually impeccable, because we talked about this about 2 weeks ago. And now you see the intensity is happening because they cannot get rid of this stuff. And they know people are going to have to see, does this have something to do with their chronic condition? Especially if they're high blood pressure, diabetes, thyroid. Thyroid. Let me tell you, the thyroid, if I can tell you anything that is messing with the endocrine system, it would be the thyroid. Got it? So a lot of thyroid issues that a lot of women, hypothyroidism, guess what? You might want to check to see if there's a PFAS issue going on there, because it could be something that could be affecting you. So keep that in mind. I would combine that also with a heavy metal testing. If you want to just do a complete breakdown, you can get home kits on heavy metal testing. Got it? And sometimes that will do the same thing. You can find different ones that may require different ways of testing. Some of them are with blood. Some of them are even with a little bit of hair from the body, any pubic hair from the body. And they'll test it, and then they'll give you in about, like they said, in about 15, 30 days. Takes about a month for them to get you the results. Okay, so keep that in mind, family. Stay vigilant, and we shall all get well. Got it? But keep that stuff moving. Remember,
I know that's right.
If you keep it moving, can't stand there long enough. Got it? Keep it moving. Also, exercise. Who's exercising? Anybody do the exercise today? Who did the exercise today?
Me, I did.
Carol.
Walk from the kitchen to the bathroom. Well,
Rebounder.
Walk from the living room chair to the to the refrigerator.
5 times, no less.
That was a lot.
times.
That was a good workout.
Okay.
Okay.
I exercised this dog this morning.
What was that, Sheila?
I said I exercised this dog Mondays through Fridays, 7
Okay.
a.m.
Oh yeah,
All right,
okay,
all right,
yeah.
all
You
right.
exercise with Dodd. That's excellent, excellent. Yes, absolutely. Dodd's still doing it, every morning. So definitely, get into some kind of exercise program. There's so
Yes,
much
yes,
available
no
right
doubt.
now. I can't
No
tell you
doubt.
about how much there's so much availability. But guess what? The body's natural chelation has a lot to do with this natural glutathione that your body
Yes.
makes. Your liver makes it.
Yes.
So you can even add a little bit more, but your body naturally makes it. So you can pull this out of the system, and you can do it very well. So keep that in mind. All right, where are we now, Big
All right,
B?
Dr. Payne, let's do. We've got 5 people online with a hand up. Let's do those in case we get late and that we don't, when we miss them. We can always
Okay.
go back to the chat. Okay. All right, Karen, you're up.
Brother Karen.
All right, I'm up. I'm up.
Yes, sir,
All
brother.
right.
You're up, man.
You up? What's up? What's up?
All right. First, 2 questions and then a brief comment. I have a cousin in Philly, and he has he's been going back and forth to the doctor and whatnot. But he sent me a text 2 days ago. MRI results: 2 bulging discs and pinched nerves. So I told him I would ask for him. I was taking stuff off WebMD, sending it to him. I was telling him, going through a litany of things with him. So I just figured I'd ask you with that, because I mentioned, Dr. Lenny, maybe you might need an adjustment, I don't know, or acupuncture, I don't know.
Yes, all the above. Everything you just mentioned, you're spot on. We've heard this conversation so many times with the bulging disc, and with that, you need to be assessed. That's a structural issue, and whenever a structural issue, you got to address that right away. I would say make sure that he goes over to Dr. Lenny or any chiropractor. If he's in West Philly, he said what part of the city he's in?
No, he's outside of Philly, but close enough. He is in Glenside.
Oh, Glenside. Yeah, he's right here. He's nowhere. Yeah. So with that being the case, he can go there's plenty of chiropractors everywhere. Just tell him to get a good chiropractor. I would tell him to make sure that the chiropractor, if Dr. Lenny's on right now, is he on?
No, he said he was
Not on.
out with his boys and doing some
yeah,
things.
that's right. He's probably out with the boys today.
Yeah.
You want to do something like make sure that the chiropractor does the myofascial release and trigger point. Those are the things that you want to look for, because he's probably seriously dehydrated at the same time. So it's a holistic process. Tell him to come on and get an assessment with me. I'll put him right on point, and I'll send him. I'll tell him exactly where he needs to go and what he needs to do.
Okay, I gave him your info, I gave him Dr. Lenny's info, and I gave him Dr. Eloise's info. So,
and Dr. Eloise, because that would be Dr. Eloise would really help him with of course the acupuncture, which can bring him relief. That can bring instant relief dealing with the meridians. So I would definitely say, make sure that whatever he does, you can You can you know how the old saying goes, bro. You know, you can lead them in water.
Yes.
Can't make them
Yes.
drink. I know that's the
Can't
truth.
make them drink, you know.
All day
You
long,
can't
buddy.
make them drink, you know.
Every
so,
time I send these videos to people, I tell them the same thing. I've done all I can do. It's up to you now.
Well, you know what? Also, here's the good thing about that. It frees your spirit because it was on your mind.
Yep.
Yes.
Because a
That's
lot of
exactly
times
right.
we say, hey, if you care for somebody, you're going to tell them. You don't care for them, don't tell them.
Right.
That's basically what it is. But if
Yeah.
you care for your family, not just your family, but your close friends and your associates, whatever, you're going to help them. But if they don't want to listen, see, that takes it off of you. But now you put them on a point where they're now held accountable for what they know. You know, even in the Bible and scripture, you know, when he was sending the apostles out there, sometimes they talking to the Most High, and Most High said, just tell them that they know, that they know, that they know. That's it. And that's all you have to be accountable for, you know,
Right.
and that the Lord put it on your heart to tell them, and you did what you did. So after that, moving on, we say keep it moving. All right.
Right.
So that's a testimony, man. That really is an ambassador testimony. Let's give
That's right.
Karen
No,
a hand, y'all. Let's give him a hand,
that was
y'all.
a question. That was a question.
No, that was the question. That wasn't the question. He tried to slip that one by on us, Big B. All right, go ahead, bro.
All right. So the second question is 2 weeks ago, I put in the chat on the Sunday program about strokes, but I want something so when I send them a video and cue this up, 2 different people, former teacher in Philadelphia and fraternity brother I just talked to with the strokes.
Yeah, man. Not a good time, especially with this heat out here. Yeah.
Yeah. So what can be done for folks that have suffered strokes?
Well, again, it's a clotting issue. Depends on what's going on because there could be a lot of problems with the different things that cause a stroke. Some people have plaque issues or total blockage. Some people may have endothelial disruption, which means the vessels are not moving. Some people just may have, believe it or not, a pinched nerve. Do you know that you can have a stroke by having a pinched nerve in your back? So it's a lot of things that can happen. You have also the TIAs, which is transient ischemic attack. You have ischemic or you have hemorrhagic. So you have a lot of different things that can happen with the person, but it all just means clotting up. So they got to start to now declot the blood. It's the food, it's the diet, it's these PFAS, all this stuff that's going on. They got to get it moving. You got it? We got to get them moving. We got to get them into moving where the system is, when they eat, they eliminate. The best thing you can ask somebody is, how are your bowel movements? That tells you everything right there. That tells you everything right there. As soon as you ask them, say, what, how often you go to the bathroom? Oh, I go at least one a day. I'm good. You'd be like, wrong, wrong answer. Yep. So how much water you drink? How much water you drink? Yep.
Right. Dr. Paul, I had a gentleman, I was sitting on the bus stop and he just started talking to me about his stomach hurt. And I was getting ready to ask him how was his water and his bowel movements. And he says, I only go to the bathroom once. I only have a being once. And then we got into this conversation about what it should look like and how often he should go and why he should be going more than one. He thought once a day was okay. And people on the bus stop were looking at us, total strangers, having this conversation about a bowel movement. But it's important.
It's important.
It most
It's
definitely
That's
is.
right. It's important. And if you're not doing it, we talked about one time how to poop. You remember we had the class on how to poop?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's in the chat. It's in the
It's
chat.
in the chat. Yes, sir.
It's in the chat.
That's right
Oh,
there.
goodness. It's
Yeah.
it's in the chat. It's in the chat. All right. Carol, is that it, buddy?
Well, just one brief comment. You see my backdrop?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I see
what is
your
that?
head
What
scratcher.
is that?
I see that's a head scratcher.
Dr.
Oh, that's
Paul,
a
man.
head scratcher.
A head scratcher,
Oh yeah,
man.
let me see. Oh yeah. Let me see that, man. Hold up. Let me put you on spotlight here. Let me see. What's it? Hold up.
That's his head scratcher, man.
See
See it
that?
right
There
there?
he is. Yeah, it is.
That's his head scratcher, man.
That's your head scratcher.
See,
And I'm gonna tell you, man, this thing, boy, I'm gonna have
Ain't
to
it
get
like heaven?
somebody.
It's like heaven. Oh my
This
God.
is like
I'm gonna have to
heaven.
get somebody to do this for me, boy. You know, because this thing feels so good, especially if you don't have a lot of hair like you, like me and Bill.
Yes, glory.
Oh man, this thing.
It's
It
amazing.
does amazing, man. This thing is amazing.
Where'd you get yours from, Carol? I need to
There
get
it
mine
is right
yesterday.
there. Yeah,
I went
there
to
it is right
$2
there.
Trees. They didn't have it, and then I just happened to. I remember someone saying
All right,
$5
you should
below,
Dollar
so I
Tree.
went there and they had it.
Dollar
$3.
Tree too.
Oh,
Amazon has it too.
Nah,
And
$5
you
below. I
also
rode right by there and got it. $3.
okay, and you also saw
$3. That's
about
right.
Dollar Tree too in my
$3.
area. You got one right
Man,
down the road here.
these things are wonderful, man. Let me tell you, the first time, matter of fact, I saw this on the TV. They were doing it to a cat. That cat went straight to sleep.
I see why.
That cat went straight to sleep. Said, I need to get
Yeah,
one
man.
of them. Yes, yes.
Good
So,
Google Mooga, man. What you
Yeah.
I've
talking
been
about?
using
all
them
right.
for
Yeah,
years.
So they call.
so that's it for
Years.
me, man.
Yeah, I got mine from
You know,
Amazon.
let
All right.
everybody else get their questions asked. But thank you very much.
All
Thank
right,
you,
Cam.
Cam.
Thanks, man. As
Appreciate you,
always,
man.
buddy.
Appreciate
you,
you.
man.
and Karen,
Always.
you are a disciple, so you
Yes,
need
you can't help yourself. So
Yeah,
that.
you can't help
Hey,
yourself.
he's
man.
trying hard not to be. But he can't help it.
That's right. That's right. That's
You don't
right.
know
You
how
know what
much
you
time
do?
I put in this, queuing up videos and sending them, and then asking, "Did you watch the
Man,
video?" And
yeah,
they,
buddy.
you know, it irritates me when they haven't watched it, and I queued it up for them and searched for the
Yeah.
info for them. But
Yeah, yeah.
like
Hey,
you said, I've
that's
done
all
all I
right.
can do,
You
and I
keep
just
doing it, brother.
You
So-
did your
Yeah.
job.
Hey, Karen, remember my mantra. You woke me up. You got the nerve to wake me up. I got the nerve to do what you want me to do.
Yeah.
Right.
And you know,
Plan it
let me
and
share
roll.
I'm gonna share a little story with y'all. You know, I had, and the reason why you bring that up, I think that everybody, each one teach one, each one learn from one. You know, one time when I was really coming into the strong knowledge of what I know, because you know, I went from the allopathic side, you know, working at a pharmaceutical company and seeing the backdrop of everything, one of the largest in the world, into now coming into now the humanity or we did the allopathic side, now moving to the naturopath side. So now when I ran into the number world naturopath, I got both worlds together. So all of this new information was overwhelming for me. So it was that moment, you know, they call that epiphany moment.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, man.
And I thought that everybody in the world needed to know this information. I was on a warpath. If you caught me around that time, I'm telling you, you didn't want to be around me because I was just unloading. I was just
Yeah,
unloading.
man, I know what
mean,
that's
like,
all about.
yo, get away from that. And my brothers and everybody, you know, it was just over because it was something special God did in my life, and it exposed a lot of things that
Yeah,
it was in front of me the whole time, but I never paid attention.
I know that's right.
I went into a state of like, are they listening to me? They're not listening to me. I'm trying to tell you to save your life. And I was really going in it. And I had to go in deep prayer with this. Somebody better hear this one. Somebody better hear this one. I had to go in deep prayer on it. I went into a little funk. Like, you know what?
Yeah.
You know, what am I doing, God? I mean, you got me here doing all this stuff and I'm helping people, but they ain't listening. So I happened to run into a good family friend of ours was Jeremiah Wright Jr. You know Jeremiah Wright
Yes,
Jr.?
yes,
Y'all
yes,
remember
yeah.
Jeremiah? So
Yes, sir.
Jeremiah's father was my wife's grandfather's associate pastor, or he was the associate pastor for Jeremiah Wright's father at Grace Baptist in Germantown. You remember that? Walter Wynn. You know Walter Wynn? I don't know if you remember Taylor. Walter Wynn was over at Taylor Memorial, right?
Right.
So he was our my wife's we did a marriage counseling through him. So when Jeremiah came through and he was preaching at Grace one night, I was in that funk. I was in that funk, and he said,
beat you
and
up,
I said, Jeremiah, I said, I got something going on. I said, I'm trying to tell folks, and I got this new knowledge, and I got both worlds, and I'm explaining the whole picture to him. And he just looked at me and said, what are you doing? I said, what do you mean, what am I doing? He says, look, young man, he said, look, Paul, you can only just sow the seeds and keep it moving.
Yes, sir.
He said,
Yes, sir.
if Jesus only got 11, what you
Yeah.
gonna do?
Okay.
After that,
Yes, sir.
after that, the weight came off of me.
Yeah, man.
And then it realized that who am I that I am to determine what somebody's faith is? You
Yeah,
got it?
man.
He was really understanding. He helped me understand that, you know, that's God's job. He just wants you to tell them. They'll tell them so that
Yeah.
they know that they know that they know.
Yes.
He'll work on them from that point. And
Mhm.
that's and some people that I will never run into in my life. Never run into. I will never run into them, whether they heard me on the radio or even in person sometimes. Probably never see them again. But they're going to remember that point that you made, Karam. They're going to remember that point you made, and they're always going to think about you. So sometimes you don't see things come to fruition is really where I'm leading to. Sometimes you don't even see
Yeah,
that.
man. That's right.
But that's not your
May I
job.
say a
That's
word?
not our job. That's not our
May I
job.
say a word?
Go ahead, Queen.
Go ahead.
Listen, young man, let me tell you, God has put his fingers on you. I can tell from where I come from. And you don't have to worry about whether your message get through. He got his finger on you. Do what your heart tells you to do.
Amen.
That's
Don't
right.
care about what anybody say or do. Because this Dr. Paul, I have talked about him, didn't know about him, but I'm grateful to him and for all the people on here. You have lightened my 95 years.
Well,
I
go
tell
on.
you.
Amen, Queen.
Amen.
God bless you, but don't give up.
Amen.
Don't
That's
give
right.
Let
Hey.
the work you
Once
do
you tell
speak
them,
for
you tell them.
That's
That's
right.
Yes, Lord.
That's
Woo.
right.
Oh,
Karen,
don't
did you get that, brother? That was to drop your mic.
Yeah,
Is
do
that
that.
enough,
That was
Karen?
to drop your mic
So
from
there.
Queen. The
Ma'am, I
Queen
got
and
it.
drop the mic on you, bro.
Bam.
You good. Woo.
Yes, ma'am, I
I
got
got
it. I
goose
received
pimples.
it. Thank you.
Yes,
Yeah, man.
yes, yes.
Just be thankful that once you tell them, you pass the word on.
That's
And
all.
that's it. That's all you can
That's
do.
it. That's all you
You
do.
can lead a horse
Yeah,
to water, but you can't let him drink, right?
yeah,
That's
that's
right.
right. That's
You
right.
sow
That's
Hey,
right.
some
Doc,
word,
it's like
some
being a
water, and
farmer. All
God
you
give
can
the
do is
increase.
plant seeds.
So
That's it.
I hope
Somebody
you
plants,
all.
somebody waters, and then somebody does the rest on their own.
That's
On the
right.
other
There you
side.
go. Amen. Amen. So that's why
God'll
we.
do the increase.
There
That's
you
right.
go.
That
There you go.
if they and that's going back to if they choose to get well.
It's all about choice.
It's all
Yes,
about
sir.
choice. That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
That's right. That's right.
Yes, sir.
So everyone, I think that's not
Been
just
there,
a
done that,
perfect
brother.
example, Karen. You bring up always great conversation.
Yes.
But I think that's going to help a lot of people on their
Amen,
mission,
yeah.
what they're
Yeah,
doing,
man.
because we all have, each one you are representing. You are the remnant of your family.
Yes,
You're
amen.
on this program right now. You're listening for a very reason. This is a
Yes.
divine appointment right here that you hear stuff and you just don't know why it resonates with you because you
Yes.
know that it's resonating with your spirit. And you
Glory.
got to move on it. You got to
Brother,
move on it.
don't
So
I
I
know?
want you
Help
not
me,
to
Jesus.
just do what you're supposed to do.
Yes, sir.
But don't
And
let
walk
it
in it.
hold you down and just
Walk
walk
in
in
the
your
light.
path. You got it. God got the rest.
Plant
All
the
right.
seed and walk
All
in the
right.
light.
God
Yes, sir.
bless you, man. Thank you, Karen. I appreciate you, buddy.
Thank you,
Hey,
guys.
Karen.
Thank you,
Hey,
Queen.
Karen. Get off
All
my
right.
phone. I love you, boy. Okay, guys. All right. We have Derek
Hey,
Quincy, Nitha,
before we
and Mama Weston.
Before we go to the thing, I want to give a shout out to Facebook over there. Anybody on Facebook, we can just give them a shout out. We just want to mention their names if they're out there because we are streaming live on Facebook.
Yeah,
if
man.
you have anything that we just want to give them a shout out.
Is there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know we got Brother Alfred Sloan on Facebook
All right, Al. What's up, Alfred?
talking about
Andre-
red raspberry. You know, we got Randy
Oh yeah,
Clark.
that's a code word right there.
Yeah,
Red raspberry,
Tony
that's a
Scott.
code word.
Bernard Clark, Nasir Butler, Jackie Farlow,
All right, Jackie.
Rafael Suleiman, and
Okay.
Charmaine. Can't pronounce that last name.
Bernard Clark
Okay.
is an old friend. Appreciate
Yeah.
you being there, Bernard.
Yes. All right. All right. Thank you.
And
Thank you all.
Danielle. Hi, Danielle.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Shout out to Facebook. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Also,
You got it.
share this program. The
Yes.
best thing that you can do is share it.
Yeah.
Share it. Just drop it in a box. Everybody
That's
send
all.
it to 10 people. If you just
Yep.
send it to 10 people, just go down
And
the
that-
line.
and ask them to
Boom,
send it
boom,
to
boom,
10
boom, boom.
people.
And then have them send it to people, right?
Each
And
one
this-
reach one, buddy.
Each one reach one. That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
And all we do is teach. That's right.
That's all.
All right.
That's all.
Okay, who do we have now, Big B?
We
We
got
got Derek
Derek.
on the line.
Yep,
Yeah.
Derek, you're right there. Right. Go ahead, buddy.
Thanks
Hey,
for waiting.
how you doing?
Thanks for waiting, Derek.
Oh, no problem, man. Hey, so guess what I found in the neighborhood?
Uh-oh. Oh, he got some toys, man. He got some stuff. What you got?
I got mullet.
All right. You found mullet in the neighborhood? You just
I
went.
found mullet in the neighborhood. Yeah. So I was walking and I saw this plant. I'm like, that's a strong plant. Because it was tall. I'm like, that's a strong plant. This gotta be some plant. So I researched it. It was mullein. So I picked off the leaves, I dried it, and now I'm drinking it.
Oh, son, let's give Derek a hand, y'all. Let's give him a hand.
See there?
Now, Derek, I will say this.
Derek.
Man. Now, if you're listening and you're probably saying, all right, well, how do I know what plants around me are what they are? Because sometimes they all look alike, or there may be variations that are very quick. They're very close together. Do you know there's an app that can identify plants and things that are,
yes, sir.
you can put on your phone? Yeah, you got plants. You got these things now. There's one that's called medicinal plants. If it's in your app store, and it's called medicinal plants. And what you can do, you can go right to download this from your app store, and it allows you to take a picture of whatever the plant is, or whatever one that you see in your garden. Say, what does that thing keep popping up here? Instead of getting rid of it, before you do that, check it. You can actually take a picture of it, and then it scans it, and it'll come back and tell you exactly what it is. How about that? Ain't that cool? I tell you, technology is awesome. Technology is awesome. Now, also, if you don't even have to do that, there is another way of doing it. Give me a second. It's called, if you download, y'all writing this down? Y'all writing this down? All right.
Yeah.
I got this. I got this.
I know I have the app Picture This, and it does the same thing.
Yeah, there's several softwares that do it now, but there's one Google Photos. Google Photos. Yep. You just go to Google Photos. Like if you have an Android or Apple based, you can just go to Google Photos. Any picture you take with your phone, when you go back to it, you highlight the picture. Got it? Highlight the picture. And then there's a little editing feature on it that allows you to scan the photo, and it'll tell you exactly what it is. Got it? So I want you to download those things and have fun out in your garden. Go out there to the garden to see what's going on. Let me see here. Let me see if I can find one. Let's see. Enhance. Cool. Let's see here. Yeah, you can actually do that. Yeah.
Another thing you can use if people use it is ChatGPT.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, if
take
you,
a picture
if you
of
take
it.
a picture of it. Yep. Put it right in ChatGPT, and it'll tell you exactly what it is. Yep.
Yep.
So there's a lot of good stuff out here, y'all. So utilize these resources. Thank you, Derek. Appreciate you, man. Well, where was it when you found? Okay.
Huh?
Okay, go ahead.
What you saying?
Now I was going to ask you, where around in your neighborhood did you find it?
It was next to a building that they're reconstructing, so they're doing it inside. So no one's cutting that grass or anything like that.
It was just hanging out doing nothing.
Just hanging out.
And Mullen just saying, I'm just hanging around here, just doing my thing, Yeah.
My.
That's interesting. That's very interesting. But that's good heads up, man.
Yeah.
All right, what was your last question you had?
Does anybody know what this is here?
Yes.
The vertical tower. Remember we was talking about
Yeah, that's the vertical tower. Yes.
Got the vertical tower. Yes. Got the seeds right here.
Uh-oh. Where'd you go? Hold on.
He's still there. He's still there.
Okay, I know. I'm going to spotlight him for us. Okay.
Yeah, so this is the vertical tower. You put the plants in these pods right here. This is the light. And then we got the seeds right here. So me and my kids planted the seeds. We prayed over the seeds, So we'll see what happens in the next couple months.
All right, man. We want to report, man.
Next couple weeks. You talking about Monday, next couple weeks.
It won't take long. You'll be surprised.
It's going to happen very fast. So thank you, Derek. Appreciate you, buddy. All right.
Yeah, buddy.
All right. Thank you.
All right. We've got, who was that? Quincy now. Quincy Vanessa. There you go.
Hey guys, it's Vanessa. I just have a quick question, which I think I know the answer. But if I use Crystal Geyser water only in my green drink, does that account for my water? Does it add?
No, it doesn't account for your water. That's
Oh,
correct. So
no.
water has to be water, right? So
Yeah,
your
water.
total intake of water per day has to be straight water. And the reason why, because the body has to now differentiate. I have to take and extract it from whatever it is. So if not even just the green drink, but teas, other things like
lemon water, all that
lemon
stuff.
water, all of those things. It has to
Red
strip.
onion tea too, correct?
What was that?
I said even red onion tea.
Well, even with onion tea, that's correct. It's not consistent or contributing to your total intake of water for the day. That's correct. That's correct.
The body got to separate the two out.
Yeah, you have to separate. So that means that you just have to drink water starting earlier. Start your cycles earlier. Remember the time frames, right? Remember the time frames, right?
Yes. I get my water in. I thought I was doing extra with my green drink, but okay.
Okay.
So I guess Quincy was right then. Okay, guys.
Okay.
See that Quincy was getting ready to get in trouble, man.
Quincy, I hope I didn't put you on the couch, man. I'm sorry.
Okay, guys, thank you.
All right, Vanessa. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Vanessa. All right.
All right. Nita.
Yes, again, grand risings, everyone. Dr. Paul, when you went to Africa, did you go to Senegal or what part? Did you go
No, I went to
Ghana?
Ghana. Went to Ghana.
Well, even in there, because I was in Senegal, Charles and I was in Senegal in '96, and we saw a lot of the native people there walking around with these sticks in their mouth. So we asked him, "What is that?" And he told us, "Pilu." Okay. So I came back and I looked it up and I got Pilu.
Okay.
And I was using it and I stopped using it, but then I started back because now that I'm wiser and understand things better because of you. I started back using my Pilu powder because they have some of the prettiest, whitest teeth. And that's what that Pilu does, and it comes from the Pilu tree.
Yes.
So they have the Pilu. I just wanted to put out to everyone. They do have a Pilu powder. I use the dental fibers, comes from the company Azuri, Azuer.
Okay.
And it's all natural.
Let's see if we can grab that.
Yeah. If you go to Azuri, and it's Pilu dental fibers.
Okay.
Oh, wow. And I started back. I said, you know what? I got to start back using my Pilu. And I do. And I said, oh gosh, this is so awesome. And now I see and I understand. So I need to order some more, and I will be ordering it from Azuri. But that helps. It helps to polish your teeth, look so white and clean. You don't have to go to the dentist and get that polishing because I don't know what they have in that. But I'm going to find out. But just to put out there that the Pilu dental fibers by Azuri is
and remember that's from that same plant.
From that tree.
The Mizwak. The Mizwak. Yep.
Yes.
So some people, remember how we always talk about, and that's why we have to know what region we're speaking about. Like you were asking me what region, because some regions will call it Mizwak, some of them will call it Pilu. So it's based on the same thing, but it's excellent. It does all those things for oral hygiene.
Yes.
If you break it off if you cut it at the top, it actually becomes bristly. So it now looks like a toothbrush. They're saying that's where the toothbrush came from. You know?
P-E-L-U?
Yes.
P-I-L-U.
P-E-E-L-U.
Oh, P-E-E.
Right. Or it'll also be sometimes spelled P-I-L-U.
I'm sorry. Spell it again because I found Telo, T-E-L-O.
No, if you go to the Azuri company, Azuri, A-Z-U-R-E, it pops right up.
So it's going to be variations. There's going to be variations with your spelling.
Yeah, they do. But the one I use is the Azuri standard. It's the fresh peppermint, and it says dental fibers, the natural oral and beauty care company.
So you're gonna get those variations. You remember we're under oral tradition, so sometimes the names and the spellings are going to be a little bit different, but they're the same. It's the same thing. We're under oral tradition. Remember, we didn't write things down. We shared them in oral tradition and stories and lore. That's what gives the name for a lot of the herbs that we have. That's how we remember them. You know, that's why I always tell y'all stories so that what? You can remember them. Y'all remember the stories better when I give you a story behind it. Y'all remember the herb. But, you know, so that's why, you know, we go with that. So remember we talking about the mullein? Remember I told y'all about the mullein? Who remembers the mullein when I talk about the mullein? Anybody remember the story behind mullein? The herb mullein, which like he just, you know, when Derek was just talking about the mullein, anything specific? If anybody came up to you and said, what does the mullein do? What do you remember about that? Anybody?
Aaron's right. It's good for the lungs and pulls
Good for the lungs.
Anybody remember the story I gave y'all about what it represents?
Aaron's rod.
Aaron's rod. I thought I'd get one. Got one. Yes, Aaron's rod. Who was that? Who was that?
That was Karen.
That was me, Vaughn.
That was Vaughn. Okay,
Vaughn. Yep, that's Aaron's rod. That's the Aaron's rod. The Aaron's rod was what they placed in the Ark of the Covenant to represent the breath of God. So that by taking this is like God breathing life back into you. You got it? To your lungs. So it's good for those lungs to regenerate them. So keep that in mind. It's all the lore and where it comes from. Sometimes it's the same name, but it's in different oral traditions. So keep that in mind. All right?
And
Thank you,
Prophet, I put it right there. It says the Zurich Standard. It's in there right now at 9:06.
Oh, okay. I see it now.
Okay.
Because I was still over there trying to find it.
Do we have a number for them? Do we have a number for those that are probably listening by phone?
Hold on one second, Dr. P. That's support. That's the support number. Let me see if there's another.
Bill, this website that you put in here is showing me vegetables and find a drop location near you.
Standard of Health and Abundant Living. Is that the same one? That's not the same one?
Yeah, I don't see the whatever that toothbrush.
Okay, all right. Well, whatever. That's also nice. Let me help you out again. Zurich.
This has got flour and grains and health and beauty.
Okay.
And fruits and vegetables.
So what we do is we'll just keep those in mind. We'll try to get the number before we go if we have a number for those that are listening by phone. I always want to give out a number. I did find one as this one gives a little bit of breakdown on where you can get this from. But you can go right online if you just punch in the Pilu, and it's spelled in two ways: Peelu or Pilu, or Miswak, Miswak, either one. Those are all because they used to call it the toothbrush tree. They used to call it the toothbrush tree. You know, ain't God good? You can't see God, you ain't looking. I'm sorry. You can't see him, you ain't looking. Let me tell you. It looks just like a toothbrush. It actually cleans the teeth. It's very good it's antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal. It's good for your gums. It's good for all those things. So keep that in mind. I did find a number here. Here's a number for our company. They're called Auromere. AUROMERE.
Spell it again.
AUROMERE. Okay, and
you said .com.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see if I can get the products here. Here it is. Yep, Auromere. It's an Ayurvedic Indian concept, but this. You'll find a lot of their products in places like not Whole Foods, but Penn Herbs has, I believe, these products. I've seen these products before. So here's the number: 1-800-735-4691.
Again, please.
1-800-735-4691. Auromere, and that's .com. Okay. They have a list.
4651.
Yep, they had. What was that?
4651.
Let me go back to it. 4691.
4691.
9. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, let's wrap it up.
Okay,
Almost.
we
Who else
got
we
one
have
more. We
here?
got Diane, and then that'll be it, Dr. B.
Okay.
And
All right.
guys, before we get, make sure, and I'll say this, and I'll say it again after Diane finishes, to make sure you get access to all this stuff. There were a lot of questions that we didn't get to because everyone was just sharing so much good information tonight. Please send those questions to me so that I can get the answers, get the questions to Dr. Paul. We can get an answer out for you. Okay, but make sure you do it. Okay, Diane, you there? And then we'll go back. Diane. Diane, you need to go to sleep, did you? Hello, Diane. Going once.
Diane,
going twice.
going once,
come on,
going
Diane.
twice. Wake up, Diane. Wake up.
I'm
There he
here.
is.
I'm here.
All
Sorry
right.
about that. I couldn't unmute myself. Dr. Paul, I went to the orthodontist today.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to do a root canal. I know that you had I think it was a naturopath dentist that came on a few months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give me that information again? I don't know what I did with her name.
Sure.
But I need to get a second opinion before I let this man go in there and kill the nerve in my teeth.
There's one in the chat.
Yeah,
If
sure
Diane
is.
if she goes back to her original question, she will find the dentist's phone number.
It's right in there. If you
It's
go
in the
right in
chat.
there, it
It's
should
right
be in
there.
there. Now, please, Prophetess, give that out because we have to keep in mind our folks that are calling by
Okay,
phone.
but that's way back in the chat. I'd have to go way back.
Do you have
I'm
the chat?
looking.
Okay.
I saw it too.
Ruth, if you're there, can you help me find it? Because that's Ruth's dentist too.
Okay. Or maybe I have it here. Let me see if I can find it real
I
quick.
appreciate it.
Okay,
Mhm.
I have it. It's at 8:13 for those of you who want to look in your notes. Her name is Dr. Ranti Ariana, Aryani. The address is 5058 City Line Avenue. The phone number is 610-664-1651.
5-1, you have 4-1 in the chat.
41, I'm sorry, 1641. And the
Okay.
website is presidentialdentalcare.com. That's presidentialdentalcare.com.
Excellent.
Okay.
Thank
All
you so
right.
much, Prophetess.
Okay.
I appreciate it. Thank you,
God
Dr.
bless you.
Paul.
All right,
Yes.
Dad. Thank you.
Talk
Appreciate
to
you.
you soon.
Keep
Bye.
us
All
up to
right.
date. Keep us
Thanks,
up to date,
Diane.
okay? Let us
I
know
will.
how
I
things are going.
appreciate it.
Oil
Thanks.
pull. Don't forget about oil pulling
I'm
now.
oil
That's right.
pulling every day. I'm
All
doing
right.
it every day, morning and night, and it just not getting that infection out in that gum. It's tooth number 19.
Okay, let me ask you this. What kind of oil are you pulling with?
Sesame seed.
Sesame oil, right? Unrefined.
Yes.
No refined,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, another
Got the
thing.
big bottle, got the jar, doing it twice a day.
Okay.
Adding clove.
Now, are you packing the tooth, though? Sometimes you can pack the
No.
tooth. Okay, check this out. Write this down. You got a pen and pad with you?
Yes.
Okay, pack the tooth also. You can take the black walnut. Okay. You could take the golden seal. And you take you take the clove. Got it?
Clove.
That
Okay.
3 combination right there. Make it, you can get it in powder form like capsules. We say not to diagnose, treat, kill, prevent any disease, just food for the soul. We're gonna put it in a plate on a plate, add a little water to it, make a paste out of it. Got it?
Okay. Yeah.
Then take a cotton ball, roll it in that area till you get it nice and absorbed. Put it right in that tooth area and pack it in and bite down. Got it? That's what's for infections, but it also is an astringent, so it now starts to pull any issues of infection out of that mouth and that
Got
area of
it.
the gum. So keep that in. That will help to keep things subtle. And then at the same time, you got to be looking at the natural antibiotics. Got it? So if infection means internally also. So remember the specific herbs that we take. The golden seal root would be one. Remember the protocol: 2-1-2, 2 weeks on, 1 week off, 2 weeks back on. Got it?
Okay.
Also, there's one called Oregon grape. That's another one. Got it? Oregon grape.
Grape.
Or barberry. These are specifically for infections in the system. Last
Okay.
one would be horse chestnut.
I got that.
And not horse chestnut. So excuse me, not horse chestnut, horse tail. I'm sorry, horse tail. Horse tail.
Got it.
Those are specifically for infections that are traditionally used that you got to keep in mind. Doesn't mean all of them, but just one of them we take internally, okay? Keep those in
Okay,
mind.
I'm gonna do the salve. I'm gonna try the salve first.
Yeah, try the salve, do that. Let me tell you, that usually corrects a lot of problems. Along with the oil pulling, you do the, do the packing. Okay?
Okay. Thank you,
All right.
Dr. Paul.
All right, no
All right,
problem.
Diane.
Always a
I'll
pleasure.
see you
Diane.
soon.
Okay, we'll see you soon. All
All
right.
right, thanks. Thanks,
Okay.
Big Bill.
All right, boss. That's where we are. Man, we're 9:15. No one else up. And again, for those of you who did not get a chance to get your question answered, please send those questions to me that I can forward that on to Dr. P so you can get a more direct answer. But that okay? We just want you to know that we take very seriously your questions, and this was just one of those nights when so much good information was out there, and we had to make sure that you saw that PFAS piece more than anything else. And we know that took a lot of time, but that was important for us to understand where we were in this whole situation. Okay?
Yes, it was so important. And we thank you, Big B, because you know what?
Thank you.
Yeah, everybody has been doing such a great job as being ambassadors of health. I wanted to share with you that information, though, because I myself, when I got this new information, you see what happened. I was like, wait a minute, nobody's catching this. But it means a lot when you just throw the seeds. They don't catch it. Don't worry about it. Keep it moving. All right.
That's right.
Big
That's
B,
right.
give them
Yeah,
the
man.
information, how they can participate with the family tree and how they can support us moving forward.
You got it, guys. As always, you got to make sure to get a copy of tonight's chat and this one, and even some from the back. Send me an email. What you got to do? Send me an email to where? To mechavideo@gmail.com. Again, that's mechavideo@gmail.com. And to make sure that you do what? You support the family tree by doing what? Using my Cash App. Guys, that's $BILMORGAN. That's $BILMORGAN. And to also make sure you can throw Zelle at your bank, then that's mechavideo@comcast.net. Again, mechavideo@comcast.net. Of course, lastly, we've got a P.O. Box right here in Mulligan, New Jersey. That's Bill Morgan, P.O. Box 191, Mulligan, New Jersey, 08062. Again, Bill Morgan, P.O. Box 191, Mulligan, New Jersey, 08062. Bring your friends, bring your enemies, bring your friends, bring everybody right to the family tree.
All right, Big B. Thank you, buddy. All right. I want to say to everybody, I want to give a special shout out. Thanks to Prophetess over there, a.k.a. Fingers.
Amen.
Fingers, I appreciate you. Because when we start to get this stuff together, she didn't already. I don't know why I start to ask.
It's already in there. It's already
in there.
Thank God for the trio, Dr.
And
I'm
of
telling you,
course,
man. God bless us.
I want to give a shout out to our host with the most, Big B, Bill 1L Morgan. Come on.
My
Give him a
pleasure,
hand,
brother. Yes,
y'all.
sir, man. God
Give
bless,
a
man.
hand.
Yes, sir.
Couldn't
Yes,
do
sir,
this
brother.
without y'all, man. I tell you. And you see how each one teach one. And we always ask the question, did you learn anything tonight?
Oh, good.
That's the whole thing.
That's right.
Did you learn anything? That's the whole point. If you learn something, take this information, use what you learned today, you can use today. And that's what our goal is. So God bless y'all. May God keep y'all. And remember, if you're breathing, you gotta stop. All right, I got one thing I want to share with y'all before we go. All right, I'm gonna turn. Y'all gonna make me turn the music down on this. I'm gonna turn the music down. I want to turn the music down.
Okay,
Can y'all
that's
see
cool,
me?
right?
Y'all can see me right there, right?
We got you. We got you.
I want you to do this thing. You ever been moving around and you get a little dizzy and you try to get up and you say, whoa, what was going on there, right? You know, there's this thing called the proprioceptor. Hold on, pulling this down.
Proprioceptor?
Right, proprioception. And actually, it's the balance of the body. It's when y'all remember Black Panther? You know, that was his superpower, was he had the ability to always know where he is when he's moving around. So it's your body's way of telling you where you are. So sometimes you got to reset that system. And sometimes when you know it's off, it's like when you bend down for something and you get up and you get real dizzy or something.
Yeah.
Well, you may have to reset that cycle. So I'm going to show y'all how to reset it. Really? There's other ways of doing it, but I'm doing a quick one for you, which is right here in your head. All right, so you follow me? Y'all got your heads on straight.
We can't see.
I got my head. I got my head on correct.
You can't see
your
me?
background.
You got pin yourself so we can all see your head.
Oh,
is displayed.
Oh, okay, I got you. Hold on, let me do this.
Yeah, I see him.
Let me do this now. I'm gonna do
Yeah,
this. I'm
you're
gonna
on.
pin. All right, let me do this. Let me do this. I'm gonna do this. Can y'all hear me now? Can you see me now?
I see you. Yeah.
All right, let me do this now. I'm gonna do
I
this.
see Bill now.
Make yourself
All right.
larger.
Okay, make myself large. I don't know how to do
Come on, self, make yourself large.
All right. All right. Can you see me though? Can y'all see me now?
I see you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just everybody go on mute. If you go on mute, then I'm going to pop right to the front anyway because I'm talking. All right. So here's what you want to do. All right. What you want to do, I want you to start off with taking your head, just sitting in a chair or standing. Standing works even better. But I want to just show you how to do it first. So you start off with resetting these lines, okay? So it helps your brain know, where am I? Am I leaving my head left, to the right, up and down, whatever. So you start with it like this. So it goes straight up like this. And breathe. Are y'all doing it? Come on, Prophetess. You just went on. Come on, straight up like this.
I'm here. I'm doing it.
Okay, doing on. That's right. Everybody following. Everybody following. All right. All right. As you go up, now with your eyes open, I want you to now close your eyes and do the same thing. Up and down. Close your eyes. Up and down. Don't fall out your chair now. All right. Go up and down. Do it about 10 times. Stop. And I want you to go left to right. Go left to right. Go left to right. Got it? With your eyes open first. Eyes open first. Got it? Y'all doing it? I can't see everybody, but hopefully they're doing it, Big B.
Mm-hmm.
Left to right. See what you're doing? About 10 times. And then once you do it left to right, I want you to close your eyes now and move left to right. Got it? You're resetting those lines now. You're resetting. Left and right, about 10 times. Now, when you're done that, I want you to go from this one. Now, watch this one. This gets a little tricky. I want you to take from the top right to your lower left. Okay? Top right, with your eyes open, to your lower left. Top right to your lower left. So you're coming on a diagonal. You see what I'm doing? Try not to move the shoulders. Just try to move the head. I know if your shoulders are tight, just do the best you can. And the more you do this, the more you'll get flexibility in that area. So top right, lower left. All right? Now I want you to close your eyes. Same thing. Top right, lower left. Close your eyes. Good. Good. Breathe. Make sure you're breathing. Top right, lower left. And then stop. And then the last thing, top left to the lower right. Eyes open. Top left, lower right. Left to right. Got it? 3 or 4 times. Now close the eyes. Top left, lower right. Breathe. Make sure you're breathing. Good. Now stop. Last thing, last movement is going to be rotating the head just like this, all the way around. All the way around. Try not to rotate the shoulders. See where I'm doing right here? Don't do this. Just going to be rotating the head. Got it? Rotate it all the way around. All the way around one way. You can start with your eyes open, and then after you're done one way, do the other way. Eyes open. Good. All the way around. And then the last rotation, you would do the same thing with your eyes closed. Now, when you've done that, you're going to notice that, Big B, you're going to notice you're going to have better balance.
How about that?
Better coordination. You're going to see things, you're going to feel more grounded. Matter of fact, soon as I was doing this with Jaron, we were out walking today, and we were doing this, And he says, Dad, man, I feel more balanced, like my neck. It released the tension in my shoulder. I said, yep, because, you know, those are the things that keep us in balance. You know what that's also? I mentioned Black Panther. That was his superpower. That's like if you ever say, if you throw a cat out the window, what are you going to do? Always what?
Eyes on his feet.
Now you know why.
Always land on his feet.
Always because he knows where his proprioception. Yes, he knows where his center is.
See there?
See there? And if you reset
you just gave
that,
me a headache. I'm gonna be up all night long thinking on that.
You like the cat, right?
Yeah, buddy.
But also, you got to think of people that use this in certain sports. What kind of sports use that? People like what? Gymnasts,
gymnasts,
yes.
Wrestling.
Or how about the divers? You know, when the diver
man.
does all the twisting, twisting and stuff.
Yeah,
they
man.
have to know where they are at all points and times. Remember when Simone Biles lost her? You know, when she had that problem when she said, "I got the twirls, the twisties, the twisties." Yeah. That's because she lost her ability with that proprioception, right? So now, that proprioception, you can actually reset that. That's how you do it. Do it every day, and guess what? You're going to be dancing all over the place. How about that, Big B?
Man, you having vertigo, can that help you?
That will help with vertigo. Absolutely. That's exactly what we were saying. If you're having issues with vertigo and things like that, you want to make sure you're loosening up with that simple exercise. Share this video. Go over this video.
Yes, sir. That was one of the last questions in the chat, too, about vertigo. So you
there you go. I answered the question right there. How about that?
Yeah, God sent that answer.
We're going to get this started. We want to say thanks to everyone. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Continue to stay on point. Can y'all hear music in the background there?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so what you want to do is continue to stay on point with this, and Big B, we're gonna dance them out. We're gonna dance them out. How about
Bring
that?
It on,
Dance them out.
Bring it home. Yo.
All right.
All right.
Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap. Come on. That's Big B. Come on, bring it on down. Come on.
Yep.
If you tap and then you start doing the resetting, all that stuff before you exercise, you're gonna see some changes in you.
Yeah,
all right. Tap, 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 tap. All right, tap, 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 tap. Good. Tap, tap, tap. Inside. All right, Marcy, I see you, Marcy. On the other side.
She don't be playing. Hey.
On the inside. Good. All right. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in one last time. Breathe out. Good. Shake it out. Shake it out. Shake it out those shoulders. Get those shoulders loose. How y'all feeling? Y'all feeling good? Y'all feeling good? All right. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, I got my buddy back here. Can y'all see my man right here?
Yeah, I see it. There he is.
Hey, what's up, Django? What's up, Django? Come on up, buddy. Come on.
Yeah,
Come
man.
on up. Come on. Come on up. Come on. Hey, it's the Django.
Look at
All right. He's excited. He's looking for a bone.
You got him all recited. Looking for that bone.
Excited. All right.
All right, man.
All right, we're going to see y'all later. I see I got my hands full.
Yeah, buddy.
They let the dog out. They didn't let the dog out.
Who let the dog out?
They didn't let the dog out. They didn't let the dog out. All right, Django. See you later, buddy. See you later.
All right, everybody.
All right.
See y'all in the weekend.
All right.
6.1 FM, 900 AM, WNE Radio, Black Media.
See y'all on the weekend.
On the weekend, Dr. Ben's program, Saturday.
10,
3 now.
9, 8, 7, 6, 6.
Yep.
5.
Yep.
4.
I heard it now.
3.
Now.
2. 1. Say goodbye, Django. Say bye. Bye.
Everybody.
Good night. Good night.
Good one. Blessings, everybody. Yep. All right, Tommy, Mela, Queen, Marcy. Yeah. Hey. Cam, Sydney, George, Tiffany. Hey, Karen. Olivia, Christy, Gloria.
All right. Good night.